you're safe. We've had the police looking out for you all night.
So where did you stay?
Well, we haven't exactly stayed anywhere.
We slept in a barn.
And that was after a brute of a man slammed the door in our faces.
Slammed the door? What did he look like?
Well, he was badly in need of a cake of soap.
Sounds like Dirty Dick Tarrant. Oh, you were unlucky landing up at his place. He's a nasty piece of work. Everybody keeps well clear of him.
Well, I wish we had.
Well, anyway, you're here now, and that's all that matters. Bacon and eggs, mushrooms and grilled tomatoes.
Oh, yes, please. How's Timmy? Right as rain, thanks to Mr. Gaston. Good.
He dislocated his shoulder.
Mr. Gaston put it back in seconds. Timmy yelped a bit. Didn't you, boy?
Did you hear the bells?
Yes. Why were they ringing?
A convict escaped from the prison yesterday. Mrs. Baker told us they ring the bells to warn everyone. That's why we were so worried about you.
A convict? I wonder if...
What?
Just to keep you going.
Thank you.
Mrs. Baker? The convict that escaped.
Oh, he was recaptured early this morning. It was on the news.
I wonder if it was the man in the barn.
What man? What barn?
Hangman's Holt, Dark Water, and Saucy Jane.
What about that note? You know, with the funny lines on it. Something about a stone.
Saucy Jane sounds like a boat.
And you say he said Maggie knows?
Yes, but who's Maggie?
Could be a friend of Dirty Dick's.
And who's Naylor? Because the message came from him, didn't it?
Yes. Look, if the man in the barn was the escaped convict, then it's pretty likely that Naylor's a convict as well.
What you mean is he got out to give Dirty Dick the message?
It's possible.
I've done you some packed lunches. Will you be staying tonight?
Yes, please, if we can.
But we still don't know what Hangman's Holt and Dark Water means.
You're not going there, are you?
Oh, is it a place?
Yes, not far from here. It was supposed to be a great house being built by Sir Granville for his new bride.
How lovely.
Lovely. She never turned up at the church, and the next day they found his lordship. Well,
Hangman's Holt.
it was never finished, and now it's just a shell. There's a lake in the woods not far from the house. They call it Dark Water. You be careful if you're going there. They say the house is haunted.
You don't think it is haunted, do you?
Of course not. It just looks haunted.
Come on, let's go and explore inside.
It's more like a church than a house.
Just feels kind of creepy.
George! Dick! Someone's made a fire. Not that long ago either.
It's probably just an old tramp.
An old tramp who uses lipstick. Someone's been here, all right. Maybe it was Maggie.
Perhaps. Let's see what we've got. Naylor sends a letter about this place to Dirty Dick.
Why did he send it? And what's it all about?
Well, if Naylor's in prison as we think he is, it could be about some sort of crime.
A robbery, maybe. Yes. And maybe that's why Naylor is in prison. Maybe he was caught after he'd taken the stuff and hidden it here.
Oh, that's it. He couldn't write to tell anybody where it was because all of his letters were read before they left the prison.
So, he waits until someone's going to escape and gets them to take a message. A message only Dirty Dick would understand.
Except he never got it.
No, I did.
But don't forget, Maggie knows already.
If she knows, she must be part of the gang.
She's probably got one of these, too.
Can I have another look at it?
Let me.
Tall stone, dead tree, top of tower.
But what does it mean?
It must be some sort of clue to where the stuff's hidden. Dark water's further down the valley.
How do you know that?
Because it's marked on the map.
Listen.
What are you doing here?
We're hiking.
This is private property.
We were told we could come here.
Oh, were you?
Where's the sign to say it's private, then?
You cheeky little...
Dick, now you listen to me. This place is dangerous. People have drowned in the lake and the house is not safe.
Well, then why are you here?
If it's so dangerous, why weren't we warned about it?
Well, I'm warning you now. Got it? You keep hold of that dog. He looks savage.
Well, he can be savage, all right.
Take my advice and clear off. We don't want any accidents, do we? Come on. Just our luck. Horrible little beggars. Now we've got to wait for them to move on.
Why?
Why? Because they're going to wonder what we're up to, that's why. Because one of them's got a pair of binoculars, and because they're the sort of nasty knowles that could put 2 and 2 together and make 5.
But 2 and 2 don't make 5, Maggie.
Oh, I sometimes wonder why Naylor hired you.
I suppose with the dog they do, though.
Do what?
Make 5.
Dick?
What?
Shut up.
That must be Maggie. It all seems to fit our little theory, doesn't it?
They've come for the loot.
If we find it first, we can take it to the police.
It must be hidden in the house.
Right, let's search for it.
Wait a moment. What about Saucy Jane?
What about her?
Why was she in the message?
Well, if she is a boat, that would explain dark water.
But if the loot's hidden in the boat, anyone could find it.
Not if it's at the bottom of the lake, they won't.
What? Why should it be?
Look, suppose Naylor comes here with the stolen goods. He goes into the middle of the lake in Saucy Jane and sinks it, and then he swims ashore. And then maybe in a couple of days the police pick him up.
That's a bit far-fetched, Dick. You're only guessing what might have happened.
We're only guessing about all of this anyway.
I think it's a jolly good guess. So do I.
Well, I don't.
At least let's go down to the lake and see what we can find. Come on, Julian.
All right.
I'll get the rucksacks.
I still think we're wasting our time.
Look, it's an old punt.
Perfect.
I don't think we should... Oh, it'd be quite all right. Come on, Julian.
God, Timmy. God, Timmy, good boy. Look, over there, above the trees, a tower. Oh, yes.